a little bit of a negative opinion towards the 1.0.4 update for this game. It was all exciting at first, as Anthem is a great game, so don't get me wrong, but then we got into the contracts we had to do and it started going downhill very quick. This isn't a video saying BioWare suck and all the rest of it, it's just my opinion about this update, as I've loved Anthem since the launch, and the devs just aren't being clear about what they're actually doing with the game. As we were going through the 2 contracts that were required to get our first ever Elysian key, I noticed that loot was being picked up for me whilst I was like up to 200 meters away from the drop. It seems as though other players can now grab your loot for you without actually being able to see it. We cracked on anyway with the contracts, nothing new, we got our keys. Time for the cosmetic/vanity cache. We launched a Tyrant Mine Stronghold. We hit the first chest with nothing but hope, as the devs said in their stream that loot from the Stronghold chests has been increased. What actually happened was one piece of loot was taken away and it was turned into embers. So my first chest, instead of it normally awarding 5 different pieces of loot, it rewarded me with 4 purples and I got 3 embers of different rarities. We progressed through the GM1 Stronghold that felt more like easy than Grandmaster and a lot more arcadey than the game has before, to approach the second chest after standing in the dreaded scorpion infested circle after Sev says, "I don't want that omelette." The second chest anyway had me feeling much better about the changes when I saw the pointless embers, but the other loot come out and it contained 2 masterwork drops for me. With high hopes after that, we progressed to the boss. Absolutely shred her to pieces, because you know, it becomes a breeze when you've done the same thing 200,000 times over. No increased loot, which isn't something to complain about because it's RNG, but I noticed them dreaded embers again that have absolutely no use to me. In front of us at this point, we see 4 of the brand spanking new Elysian caches. Excited to open them, I rushed over to mine, whacked the key in the lock and got an Elysian artifact. Thinking that was it at the time, I wasn't too happy. The expedition screen bugged out and we were forced to hold start to skip the results, when those are supposed to show you what you got. We then spend 5 or so minutes looking around Fort Tarsis, looking for a way to claim our rewards, to then go and search Twitter because we couldn't find anything, and on Twitter we found that the majority of players are getting weapon parts, say Colossus parts if you're currently using Colossus, so specific Javelin parts, and it's going as far as rewarding players with 90 chimeric compound, which is pretty much useless. We literally closed the game down, and Connor is already 100% he will not return until the new Stronghold releases next month, and even then he don't know if that's going to get much playtime. I might give it another go personally and put a bit more time into it over the next few days, and just see if there's anything to expand on, because we didn't play long, probably about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so I can't give a full opinion, but so far from what I've played, this is what I'm thinking. The horrible list of rewards from these caches that mostly consists of decals, with literally 2 emotes on the entire list, just isn't going to cut it. They claim they're listening to us, and they're working on the loot. I run 2 legendary weapons, and masterwork embers just collect dust and scorpion guts in my vault, because with legendaries you obviously can't use masterwork embers, you can't do anything with the legendaries, you can't recraft them, and I've had so many of the same masterwork drop time and time again that I now no longer want to try and re-roll it for different inscriptions and stuff. But I suppose at some point if there's new things added into the game, then the embers might come in handy, but for now they have 0 use for me at all. Anyway, that is it for this video. Let me know if you've had any luck from these caches and what you think of the update, as I've also heard that people aren't even getting the standard guaranteed masterwork from the Stronghold boss like before. I'll hopefully see you soon with more Anthem. Thank you for watching.